Okay guys, now we need to work on this add category and add products work module. Let me just open my VS Code again and I will close all these files like this, and we just need to create one model for the categories. For that I will just click on this models and create a new file with name category.model.js. This is our model for the category. I am just going to copy and paste the model here so that you can save your time. Here we have imported first mongoose, then this is the category schema, and in this schema we just need name and image of the category. Okay, I hope you have got this point. And here we are just creating one model for the category and exporting as default. Okay, this is done. I hope you have got this point because we have did already category sorry we have already did how we can create schema and model. That's why I am just copy and pasting it. Let me close this and we will create a new controller here, category controller. Okay, this is our category controller. Let me import my model. Import category. This is the model we just have exported in our category model. Okay, this is done. Now it's time to add category function. Let me just import here fs. Okay, it will be from file system, and we will import also path. Import path from path. This is done. Now let me just add one comment here, add category, and I will use this function. I will explain this function to you, don't worry. So you can see here we have just given name of function create category. This is a async function and it is just taking two parameter, request and response. In the try block we are just destructuring the name of our category. Let me delete this console. Okay, we are just destructuring the name of category from the request. Then we are storing file name into image variable, and here we are just creating new category. Okay, name and image, and this is the method await category.save. The save is method which is used to store the data in our mongoose. After that we are just generating a response in which success is true and messages category added successfully. Okay, I hope this is clear to you. So this was all about the category, and in catch we are just consoling the error. If any error occur then it will be console here, and here we have just response status false, message and error. Okay, I hope you have got this point. This is for add create category, and let me just copy paste one other comment here like this, and this function will get all the categories, and this is very simple function like this. Okay, here you can see we have get categories, and inside this try we have categories variable and await category.find. It will fetch all the categories available in our MongoDB, and these category will be fetch in the front end. After that just simple there is a response and catch block. Okay, then we need one delete category like this. Okay, and to delete the category we just need to use, let me just copy and paste. So here you can see we have function delete category, and this is a async function, and inside this try we are getting the id from the parameters, and then finding the category. If category is not available, then we are generating this response. If category image is available, then we need to delete first the image of categories added. Okay, if category.image, it means if our category contain the image, then we will just find the path of our category image, then we will just use file system only method, which will be used to delete the image of the category. Okay, after deleting the image, then we will delete the category name also. So that's why we are using here await category dot find by id and delete. Okay, this is done for the delete category. Okay, so these were the method of our category controller. Now it's time for routes. Let me just open my routes, and this will be category dot routes dot js. Okay, these are the category routes. Let me just copy paste routes also here. So let me just do like this. So here we have imported Express, then is admin middleware, upload middleware. Okay, and then use your category router dot post, because we will use with this method to store the category in our MongoDB. So it will be slash add. Okay, then we will use here is admin middleware, then upload middleware, upload dot single. And inside this we need to give the name of our field, which is image, and after that we will use create category function from our controller. Here you can see this is done. So we just need to copy and paste this, and it will be get method. Here we will use all, don't need these two middleware there, and here we will use get categories. So here you can see get categories function. We just need to import this function from our category controller. Okay, this is done. After that we just need again copy paste, and this will be method will be delete, and here we will use delete then colon id like this, and here we will use is admin, because only admin can delete the category. Then we will use here delete category. Okay, so these routes are imported from our controller, sorry, these route functions, and our routing is done for the category. And I will just copy this category router and I will paste it inside the index.js. Okay, and we will just duplicate this admin router, and I will do like this category router, and instead of admin we will use here category like this. Okay, so again we need to duplicate this. Here we will use API slash category, and here we will use category router, sorry, like this. Okay, so this is done, our APIs for the category done. Okay, let me see what is the issue here. Category routes.js. Okay, let me check here. Import category router from routes category.routes.js. This is our routes. Here we have this category, grade category delete, and we are using here category router. Let me see what is the problem here. The problem is inside this middleware, I think so. So let me import again middleware. Import is admin. You can see we are getting suggestion. This is admin, and we just need to import. Let me just check my middleware folders, and here we have is admin, then is auth. Okay, okay, this is done. Inside this, okay, we don't have this upload middleware. We just need to create this upload middleware. For that, what we will do in our middlewares, we will use multer.js. So for that, I will just click create a new middleware here, multer.js. Like this, we will see there is multer or not. So you can see here we don't have multer installed. We will install multer first, because we will use multer to upload the images. So to install multer, we will use npm I multer. It will install the multer in our application. We just need to install this in our backend directory. Keep in mind. So our multer is installed. Let me just run the server again, like this, and here you can see we have multer. Okay, this is done, and in our multer.js we need to configure our multer. This is so simple. Let me copy and paste. Here we are importing multer, and we have just one variable storage. There is a method of multer which is disk storage, multer.disk storage, and destination will be uploads, request file and callback, and there will be callback null, and our destination will be uploads. It means all the images uploaded will be stored in uploads directory. Okay, then here we have file name. Inside this we are just creating our original file name with the date now, means current date on which category image is uploaded. That will be also used with the original name. Okay, then we are just importing here upload. I hope you have got this point. This is super simple. This is super easy. Okay, after that we just need to create one here directory which is this uploads, because we need to store our images on this directory. On backend we will use here uploads. Just create this and leave it empty. Okay, and now here we will use import. Let me see again, export constant. Okay, we will use import upload, like this. Okay, now our error is gone. You can see here our terminal is clear. So this was one issue. We did not created our multer, so we have now configured our multer. So in this way we have done our category section. Let me just close all these files, and now it's time to build our product model. For that we will use here a new model which will be product model. Let me create one model here, product.model.js, like this, and we will here use these fields. Let me just copy and paste. So you can see here we have imported mongoose. Then this is a product schema. Inside this we have product name, price, offer price, small description, long description, weight, category of the product. Because we are here referencing the category model, we have just created it. Then images. Okay, this is the all about product model. Here we are just creating a model and exporting it. I hope you have got this. You can see again name, price, offer price, small description, long description, weight, category, and images. Okay, let me just close this and we will create a new controller for the product. Let me use product.controller.js, like this. Okay, this is our product controller. So let me just use here these three imports as we did in our category model. We are just importing our model here, and here we have file system and path imported. So this is done, and first of all we will use here add product. So let me just copy and paste here. So here you can see export const add product sync method. This here we will check if files are not uploaded, we will give this message. Then just read this console, and here we have image file names. Then we are mapping the files, and we are just taking file name because we will store just file name in our MongoDB. And here we are just creating new product. Name will be request.body.name, price will be request.body.price, and offer price will be like this. And we will just use here images. Instead of images we will use these images file name. Okay, this is done. Here we have just storing the product in database, and this is the response of our function. And here we have just error catch method. This is done, and here we will use here get all product method. This is super easy. You can see get all products, then product.find and populate category. It will fetch the category data. Also populate method used to fetch the category data, and this category field is coming from our model, which is this. You can see in this is category. We are just referencing it here in populate. Then we have just response. Okay, after that we have just delete, like, and category. So here you can see we have export const delete product. We will get the ID from parameter, find the product. If product not available, then this error. If product images are greater than 0, then we will just delete the images of the product first, then we will delete the product, and this is the response. Okay, this is done. After that we need to create one route for the products. Just click on this routes and create new route, product dot routes dot js, like this. Okay, and here just copy paste our routes. These are our routes. So here you can see these are our routes. Okay, here is Express is admin and upload middleware, and here we have just imported our product function which we have created in our category controller, like delete product, get all product, and add product. So you can see here add product, delete product, and get all product from the product.controller.js, which is our this file, product.controller.js, this. Okay, this is done. After this, here we have product router, and we will use here product router.post. This is the API endpoint which is add, which is used to store the images in our MongoDB, sorry, image, not images, whole product. And here we will use upload.array. Array is a method to store the multiple images in our database, and there is admin middleware. It means only admin can store the, sorry, only admin can add the images. And here we have add product, and product router dot get all products. It will fetch all the products and it will delete the product. Okay, this is done. Just I will copy this product router, and inside this index.js I will just duplicate this. Inside the category router we will use here product router, and here we will use here product, like this. And just copy and paste it. Use here product router and API slash product, like this. Okay, this is done. So now let's do our front end. We will just need to call these APIs in our front end. Let me just close all these files, and let me close this backend. Inside our front end, inside this admin, here is add category. So we need here add category, because we will first add the category from our front end. So let me just import here Axios from our store, like this. Okay, and we will use here loading also from our store. You can see, okay, we already have loading Axios. You can see here we have loading, and navigate set loading at Axios. So this is Axios. Okay, this is done. Here you can see we have one handle submit. You can see here, just clear this, and we will use here try and catch, like this. In try we will use our data. So first we will use here set loading will be true, like this. And here we will use const data, we will destructure data, and here we will use await. So this will be async function, like this. Await axios dot post slash API slash category slash add. Okay, then we will use here form data, and this form data will be sent to the backend. And we will just check if data dot success. So if data dot success, we just need to show here toast, then not set loading. Here we will redirect to slash admin slash all categories. Okay, like this. Let me just see the path of our. So here path is categories, not all categories. We will be redirected after adding the categories, mean admin will be redirected to the categories, not all categories. This is the path. Okay, after this we just need to, okay, this is done. So what we need to do here, we just need to use your else statement, like this. And inside this catch we will use here error dot response data dot message, like this. And we will use here finally pull, and inside this finally we will use here set loading false. Okay, this is done. So I hope you have got this point. This, when we call, you can see here this form, and on this on submit we have handle submit. This is handle submit. Okay, now when we submit our form, this data will be stored in our MongoDB database. Let me just duplicate, refresh this, and I will just do here category. So category will be, our category will be dry fruits, like this. and I will choose image. So image will be selected from, let me select image from our grocery store front end, and inside this src we have here assets, and here let me choose image of dry fruits. So here you can see this is dry fruits. Let me just add this category add. When I will click on this add category, you can see failed to create category. Okay, this is happening any error. What is the problem? Cannot read the properties of undefined reading file name. Okay, we will just see what is the category, what is the problem here. Let me just to see the category here problem. Let me just open the, let me just run the server again, and what we will see what is the problem here. Okay, this is our npm run server command to run the server. Okay, now let me again click on this add category, and I will just inspect my console like this, and network tab I will just click on this add category. So in this see, you can see here we have problem. Okay, inside this our category controller, let me just go in. You can see here we have create category, and here we will just log the image. Just log your image. We will check here image is coming or not. Image, and we will also console your name. Okay, let me clear the terminal. I will just clear terminal, and I will click on this category again. Okay, fail to create category, and here you can see we have cannot read the properties of reader file. Okay, inside this create category we have just consoling image and name. Let me console this name first, like this. Okay, now let me click on this submit again, click this create category, and again. So here you can see we have problem in cannot read the properties of reading file name. So let me see here first. This is name and image. So I will just console our farm data before sending it to the backend farm data. Like this. This is my console. I will just click on this. So here you can see we have name, and here we have file name dry fruits. Okay, so this is okay. So what we need here, we just need to pass here farm headers content type. Header we need to pass here headers. Let me just do like this. We will use here headers, and content type will be here we will use headers, and content type will be multi-part farm data. Okay, the problem was this, I think. So now it will execute successfully because we are here sending the images. So to send the images we will use a multi-part farm data content type. Okay, now let me just click on this again add category button. So here you can see create category created successfully, and we are redirected to the categories. But these categories are our static categories which we were using to build our front end. If I open my here MongoDB, and this is our grocery store database. Let me just click on this reload data, and here you can see categories collection, and inside this we have this category dry fruit and image. Okay, so this is done. So to get the images we need here a function, sorry, not function, a root. So we just need to create that root in our index.js to get the images. For that this is very simple. We just need to use here app.use/uploads. This is our endpoint, and here we will use express.upload static, then upload, which is our folder name. Here you can see uploads, inside we have this image. Okay, I hope you will get this point. Okay, so this is done for our add category. So now we need to fetch all the categories. For that, let me close this add category and index dot and this. In our front end we will use, here you can see this is the all categories, and inside this now we will fetch categories for the admin. So but you can see here we already getting the categories data from our store. So let me open my store app.context, and here we have fetch categories function, you can see here. So inside this fetch categories, what we will do, we will call here our API, because first we are using here static data. Now we need to call here our API const data is equal to await xuse dot get and slash API slash category. Then we need to do here all. Okay, after that we will check if data.success like this. Then we will use here set categories, then data.categories. Okay, this is done. This is for fetching the categories, and we will just use here else statement in case of any error like this, and inside this catch block we will use like this. Okay, this categories is done. Now if I open my, here you can see we have category name which is dry fruits. Okay, but we are not able to see the image because we have stored our image in our server. So to get the image from the server we need to do some changes here. So what we need to do, inside this all categories, here you can see we have image. You can see we are mapping here categories, and inside this we have image, and we are doing that image dot item dot image. We just now need to use here backticks, and we will use here http like this localhost like this, and we will use here 4000 because our server is running on 4000, then slash uploads, then here we will use item.image. And why we are using this, because I have already created a route for this. You can see here we have this route slash uploads, then we are using it here. You can see here this is our server, then slash uploads, then item.image. Now it will show the image. You can see here image. Okay, this is done. Let me create one more category, and it will be, let me just first select the image, and this will be eggs. So category will be eggs. I will use here eggs. Let me create, this is done. Now let me click on this refresh. So here you can see this is done. Now we need to delete this category. So for that, what we will do, from our fetch categories, this is fetch categories function. I will just paste this into our value object, so we can fetch the categories on our deletion. When we delete our category, we will just call this function again, and our remaining categories will be fetched. So this is our all categories, and here we will just import Axios, okay, like this, and we will use here fetch categories. Now what we need to do here, we just need to here const delete category like this, and it will be async like this, and we will use a try and catch statement. Inside this try we will use const data is equal to await axios dot delete, like this we will use here, and we will use a backtick instead of quotes here, and we will use here dollar sign then item dot id, not item dot id, we will use here id, and this id will be here. And when we call this delete category function, we need to pass id because it is taking one id as a parameter. Okay, this is done. So what we need to check, we need to check if data dot success. So we will show here post data dot message data dot success. Like this, and we will use fetch categories function again. What it will do, it will just fetch all the categories again when we delete our category. Okay, in else statement we will use here log, sorry, we will use here post dot error data dot message, like this. Okay, and again here we will use toast it will be error dot response dot data dot message, like this. So we will just copy this delete category function, and inside this div, which is this, let sorry, in not in div, this is on click, here we will just use like this delete category, and here we are passing item dot id, which is accepting the here. Okay, this is done. Let me just delete one category and what will happen. Okay, I will just click on this eggs, let me click on this, so you can see category and images are deleted successfully, and you can see here we have just one category. Okay, this is done for the categories. Now it's time to add this product. We already have created our backend, we just need to create our front end. Let me just click this, and inside this tab context we are here, you can see product data, so we are fetching product here also. Here you can see we have this fetch products. Let me just here use try catch statement, and we will call our API to fetch the products. We will use here, okay, sorry, before fetching we need to add product. So for that we will use here add product inside this admin folder, and here you can see loading, and we will use set loading, like this. We will use axios also to call our API. Okay, this is done, and this is our header submit. Make it async like this. This is our async, and we will use here delete all these, and we will use here e.prevent default. After that we will use here const form payload data, form payload, form data to send. We can see this form data to send, form payload, like this, and it will be new form data, like this. We are doing just because we need to send images to the backend. For that we need to here use this, and I will just accept this. Here you can see form data dot append name farm data dot name. This is our farm data. Inside this we have this state. So in name, farm data dot name, price, offer price, small description, long description, weight, and category. And here you can see here we have for loop. Okay, we are using these images, farm data dot images. We are just mapping these images. Okay, so this is done. If you don't want like this, you can also do like this. Let me just clear view. Here you can see we have farm data dot images, then we are applying for each loop, and inside we are using file, one file, and if file is available then we will use farm data dot append images then file. Okay, this is super easy. After that we just need to use a try catch statement. This is try catch statement, and here we will use const data is equal to await execute dot post. Here we use slash api slash product slash add, and inside like this we will use headers, and it will be content type multi-part farm data. Okay, this is done. After this we will use here, we will check our response. If data dot success, you can see here, if data dot success we will show this toast, and we will navigate admin to the products page. Okay, else statement we will use here toast dot error, and inside this we will use error dot response dot data dot message. Okay, this is done, and we are just referencing this handed submit on our form. You can see here this is our form. I hope you have got this point. Let me just try this. So this is our end product, and we need to create our product. So let me just first select the images for the product. We will use here corn 1. Again I will select second image. This is corn 2. Okay, and here we will use corn. Here I will use price of $6. Offer price will be $4. Description will be like this is the fresh, like this. Long description क्या है? This is the freshy corn. Okay, I am just using this description. Weight will be 600 gram, and select category will be dry fruits. Okay, this category is not dry fruit, but we just added one category, that's why I'm selecting this. You can add more categories and select proper category from here. I am just click on this add category. Okay, I have just clicked on add category, but nothing has happened. Let me just change this text add category to. Okay, you can see here if this there is loading, then this is adding else add product. So what happened here? Form data to send is not defined. Okay, form data to send. Let me check where is form data to send. Control F. Okay, here we have form data to send, but we need to use here this form payload like this. Okay, this is done. Now let me try one more time this. I will just click on this add product. So here you can see product added successfully. Wow, it's super easy. Product added successfully, and in our database we will just use here. You can see products. If I click on this, you can see this is the product detail, and inside images we have 2 images. Okay, so let me just open my front end again. You can see here we have products data, but one thing here, this is a static data. We just need to fetch our data. So what we will do, we inside this our app context. Let me just close this add product because we have done this. Okay, inside this app context here we have fetch products. Let me just here use try and catch, and we will use a const data. You can see product all, then if data dot success, we just need here if data dot success, we will use here set products data, then data dot products. In else case we will use here log data dot message. Okay, here we will use error dot message, and this fetch products is already in use effect, means whenever our application load it will be, this use effect will be run, and we just need to pass this fetch products because we need to delete product also. When we delete our product, we want our product will be fetched again. For that let me just go in all products. Here we have all products, and you can see products data and currency. So this is all okay. Okay, but we will change this image because images are not showing to us. Let me just click this. Okay, it is refreshing. So here you can see we have small issue. Let me inspect this, and inside this console, okay, here we are one issue what we have, because you can see here we have item dot category, but we don't need to show this item dot category like this. We show item dot category dot name because our category is now changed to something else. Here you can see now this is done. Why we use here item dot category dot name? Because we have used populate method in our products to get products. So we will use like this item dot category, and inside category we have name of category. Okay, you can see here name of product, then category, then price, offer price, wait, and delete button. Here we will use this image. So images, how we will use, just cut this, and we will use backticks http colon then slash localhost. Instead of 5000 we will use 4000, and we will use slash uploads like this. Okay, here is the way to get the data from our get the images from our server. Now if I click, you can see here we have first image of this product. Okay, this is done. Let me add one more product, and I will use here what I will just, sorry, is not, I will use here this add product. Let me select image, and I will use dry fruit I will add this product. Let me select one more image, and its name is cashews. This is the name of product, and price will be $60. Offer price will be 58, and description will be this is a fresh, and also we will use this is fresh like this. Okay, and here we will use weight will be 700 gram, and select category dry fruits. Let me just add this product is added. I will just refresh this. So here you can see this is second product. So we have successfully fetched the product. Let me just delete this product here. This is our products, and inside this what we will do, we will just use xuse and fetch product method. Just we have passed this fetch products. As we will delete our product, our remaining product will be fetched here. Okay, then we will use here const delete product. It will be a sync, and it will take one ID of the product to be deleted, and we will use a try catch. So just use const data is equal to await xuse dot delete. Okay, this is done. Then we will use if data dot success. We will use here toast, and fetch products will be called. Okay, else we will use here post.error, and inside this catch statement we will use error.response.data.message. Now we will call this in our this on click. You can see here we have called delete product and passed item.id, mean product id to be deleted. Let me just click on this delete. Okay, it is not working. Let me just check what is the problem. The problem is toast is not defined. Okay, I just refresh this. Okay, you can see our product is, but our product is deleted, but the toast is not imported. That's why we did not show the message. Okay, this is done. If I now click, our just orders remain, and if I click just log out, so here you can see we have one issue on our front end. What is this issue? This is the issue. If I go in our components, and here you can see we have product card, and inside this we have this uh, product card. Here we have this product, and this is product id. We just need to show images like we did in our other parts, like this. Let me show just images. Copy this image. You can see here we have src. I will just copy this and paste in our here. This is our src, not src to whole image, sorry, just src. I will just like this, and here we will use product.image because our object name is product. Okay, product.images of 0 index, and here you can see we have product.category, but we need to show here product.category.name like this. Now it will be perfect. So here now you can see problem is gone, error is gone. We have just one category and one product, and we need to show also here image. For that we will use here category. If this is category component, and inside this we have this image. Instead of this we will use backticks, and here we will use this localhost 4000 slash upload then category.image. Now it is perfect. You can see here category, then here we have single product. If I click on this, you can see here the problem is still same. We will just copy this. Here is our image. This is our src. I will just copy this, and inside this single product detail you can see here we have this image. You can see. Okay, instead of this we will use just image. Okay, we will use just this image here, img, like this. Okay, this is done, and after that we will use your product.name, then category. Where is category? You can see here product.category.name, not just category. Okay, this is done, and okay, it is okay. Now we need here product.price, sorry, not price, image. Here you can see main images. Okay, let me just open this, inspect, just console, and here you can see we have one problem. Okay, the problem is here. This is our all. inspect this. Now if I click on this, so here is problem dot images. So what we need to do here, product dot images, instead of this we will use backticks, and here we will use like this our image from the server. Okay, just refresh the page again, and here we will see product dot images. Let me just, okay, here we can see here this is products data, and add to cart, add to favorite, this is product, and here you can see this is the actual issue that here we are using %. No, we don't need this %, we just need id like this. The problem was here. Okay, I hope you have got this point. Now let me just refresh this. Okay, this is done. So now issue is with images. So here we have product dot images, let me just search images. Okay, let me see what is the problem here. Here we have use effect, and inside this item id, okay, set product will be product, and set main image will be product dot images of 0 index. Okay, then here we have, okay, here we need here id, we need to pass here id of product, and we will use here products data like this. Okay, then we will use here main images state. Okay, everything else I think is normal, good. Let me just again refresh this. I will just refresh it and click on this again. Now it is okay. You can see here we have this clickable. You can see, we can see any product here, and this is the product name, price, offer price, this is short description, add to cart, and dry fruits which is the category, and here you can see this is the large description, and below this we have related products. If I click this add to cart, you can see we have added to cart. If I click on this, you can see, if I click on this, you can see image is not showing. For that, what we will do, we just need to move in our cart.jsx, and inside this images like this, we just need backticks and http localhost, then we will 4000/upload, like this. Okay, and here everything is good. So you can see here, okay, still we are unable to see our, let me just click on this, and if we click on this, okay, this is not shown. What is the problem? This is our cart page. Here you can see we have http colon, sorry, like this. Okay, now it is visible. If I again click on and add to wish list, so it is here also not visible. What I need to do, we just need this src, I will copy this, and inside this our add to wish list. This is my wish list, and here I have this src. I will just paste this. Okay, this is done. Now it is visible in our, you can see here, this is visible. Okay, now if I open this shop and select anything here, okay, if I select dry fruit, it is not visible. Why this is not visible? Because let me show you. This is our shop.js. This is shop page, and here we are filtering our products on the basis of name. Okay, that's why it is not filtered by the category. If I click on search on car, you can see we have this car. If I search, oh sorry, see the single detail, you can see here we have single detail. Okay, this is done. Now our remaining part is this add to cart. Data will be stored in our backend, and we need to place order of user to the backend, and we'll fetch the order from our backend. Okay, now let's take just one small break. After that we will complete our this project.